Hello and welcome back to the Geordie Pig Investor channel. Today I have got a trading 212 portfolio update for you, as I have hit a massive milestone for me personally, as the portfolio, as you can see on the screen, has now returned over £1,000. So this is a milestone that I didn't think I would hit this soon, but with the amount that I've been able to get invested over the last few months, this has surpassed that with having a great last week. If we have a look over the last week, we can see that the portfolio was starting the week off returning around about £600 at the start of May. And then over this last week, or couple days should I say, it has just flown up towards that £1,000 mark and has had a steep incline over the last day. Really unexpected timing of it. It hasn't just creeped up slowly. The portfolio has gone from returning 3.5% all the way up to returning 6%. And I think this is down to the fact that over the last couple of weeks, my ETFs were performing quite badly. So the S&P 500, my VWRL, which is my all-world fund, and also my EQQ NASDAQ fund, which is tracking the 100 top tech stocks, were all massively down. And I was taking advantage of this. I was putting more money into the market. And obviously, I'm now reaping the rewards as they have recovered and also gone past where they were. Hence how my positions now are at all-time highs and we have returned over £1,000. So you can see that, like I say, it comes out with being around about 6%. And what I'll do today is just have a brief overview over each stock and to see how much it is returning. I'm just very happy with the stocks that I've recently been picking out. I've got around about 37 stocks in the portfolio now, 3 being ETFs. These stocks range from being UK and US stocks. And if I'm to click on my pies here, we can see I have them split across 3 pies that have all of my stocks in. The top pie being my ETF and chill pie. This is going to include my 3 main holdings that I've just mentioned. My S&P 500 ETF, my FTSE All World VWRL ETF, and then my EQQ NASDAQ 100 Fund ETF. We can see the weightings. I have slightly more in the S&P 500, which is at 45% of this portfolio. Then I have 40% in the FTSE All World, and then a lower 15% in the EQQ NASDAQ Fund. The reason for this is because I believe the EQQ NASDAQ Fund, although can return higher, does have a lot more volatility, and I'd rather have a smaller position in this one, as I believe the other two are less volatile and, as you can see anyways, have actually returned better over the time period that I've had them. Moving on to my UK growth dividend stock portfolio, we can see that in the holdings, I have a mixed bag of holdings at very different allocations. My allocations are not down to what I want them to be for each stock. It's been down to when I found good opportunities to buy in at these stocks, as I'm very happy to purchase all the stocks that are in my portfolios, but it's getting them in at the right price. So as we can see, my BATS position is now into the green. It's been in the red for a good while, but it's actually up 2.5%. And remember, I am a dividend focused investor. So all of my investments are geared towards buying dividend stocks that are going to pay me dividends over the long term, that are going to be consistent, paying a good rate, and mainly I'm looking at stocks that are going to have good dividend growth potential. So a lot of these stocks have very good 5-year dividend growth rates. They also all have very good dividend streaks, so they're reliable. And then I do have a couple of positions that are slightly in the higher dividend yields, like your British American Tobacco. I don't mind holding these positions with the higher yields as long as they still do have decent growth, and also I believe they're at a good price. So as we can see, my Diageo position is basically level now. My weekly Diageo pie down here has it up £1. So if I'm down £1.80 in this position worth of it here, we can see I'm actually up £1 here. So I'm basically bang on level. If you're wondering why I have a separate Diageo pie at the bottom here, this is actually a weekly challenge that I've been doing since the start of the year. So I've been buying 1 share of Diageo every single week for the entire year, and I'm going to continue to do so for the remainder of the year. My reason behind this is because I felt like Diageo was at a phenomenal price at the start of the year, and I believed that it's a very good, reliable, long-term dividend payer that I thought, why not put a challenge into and set something like that up so that it keeps me accountable to purchasing at least 1 stock of it every single week, and I can build that position up. I'm very happy with how it's currently moving, and it's still at a very good price, so I am very happy to continue to buy in at this current price. We can see I opened up a Greg position quite recently, and that's also now up 3%. My GSK position is up 10%, National Grid being up 11%. We have Greencoat UK Win, which is up nearly 7%. My Legal and General position is up 16%. AstraZeneca is up over £100 now, being up nearly 24%. My Sage position is up nearly 14%. Rio Tinto being up 13%. My main red position in this portfolio is my Burberry position, and it is actually only down 4% now. So I'm very happy with this, as it was down right into the 10% range, and I was purchasing even more at that price, which I'm very happy with, as it is recovering well. We can see my Safe Store position that I only just opened up last month is already up 8.5%. Cranswick being up 20%. Shell being up 16%. My BAE positions being up 32%. Tesco's being up 13%. United Utilities being up 11%. Scottish Mortgage Investment Trust being up nearly 26%. Slavana Platinum being up 35%, one of my best performers in the entire portfolio. We've then got a position that I opened up recently, which is my Games Workshop position, which is up 4% as well. And then we have my Halion position, which is just clinging onto the green, as it is now only just slightly up, just under 1%. And I've just purchased some more Halion earlier this morning, as I believe 326 is a great price. So that is my current UK growth dividend stock portfolio. We can see it's actually returned over 9%. And if you have a look here, you're probably thinking, God, your US dividend growth stock portfolio has performed horrifically. It's only at 1%. Well, as you can see here, the reason why it's only at 1% is because we have one stock dragging the entire portfolio down. So every single position in this portfolio is actually in the green, except my biggest position, which is in Starbucks. We can see my Microsoft position is up 7%. Starbucks is actually only down now 9%, but because I have such a big position, it's actually down £180, which is dragging the portfolio down quite a bit. However, this has recovered slightly over the last couple of days. As we can see, it was right down at $73, and it is now back up, pushing towards $76. I've been purchasing in quite a lot of Starbucks over the last few weeks. As soon as it dropped down to $80, I was really heavily investing into it, and I've put over £1,000 into Starbucks over the last couple of weeks, which to some may seem like quite a lot, but I'm very confident in the current price. It's also paying a very nice dividend, has a very, very good dividend streak, and is also a great grower. So I'm very, very confident in that stock long term, and I'm happy to have a position this size in the company. We'll see my Apple position is now back into the green, as it is up 3%. They've been on a great recovery as of late. Realty Income position is now up over 5%. Again, they've been on a great recovery lately, and so have a lot of the REITs. My MasterCard position is just slightly in the red now. It's basically level, being down just under 1%. My Caterpillar position is up 37%. Texas Instruments is up nearly 20%. We have Chevron, which is up 13%. Texas Roadhouse, which is my best performer, being up nearly 65%. Unfortunately, it's only got a 1% allocation in this current portfolio, and in my entire portfolio altogether, it's well under 1%. So unfortunately, I didn't have a little bit more money in there. My Ultra position is up nearly 8% now, which has also been on a fantastic recovery as of late. And my Vici position is back into the green, which is nice to see, and as I have such a big position in this stock as well. It's up now nearly 3%, and obviously I've been receiving some great dividend payments from them. My Visa position is back into the green, being up nearly 5.5%. And then finally, my Waste Management position is up 21%. I'm just very, very happy with how the portfolio is looking, the stocks I have picked out, and how they are shaping up. Obviously, most of them being in the green. We've just got that main red one with Starbucks. It's going to happen. Everyone's portfolio is going to have red in them. So you've just got to ride out those waves. If you're confident in the stocks you're picking, if you've done your analysis, then you should feel good about the stocks you've got, and you should feel good about continuing to buy in, especially when they are at a discounted price and the stock is crashing. Don't buy expensive stocks if you believe it is overpriced. Buy them when they are cheap. We're currently still in a fear market, so there's still some great opportunities. I've found over the last week, obviously with my portfolio really pushing up and performing very well, I haven't found too many opportunities, so I'm not going to purchase loads of stocks. So this week I've only put my minimum £200 for the week in, which has been £100 into my ETF and Chill Pie, which is automatically invested, and then I've just picked out £100 worth of other stocks which I still believe are at a good price. And that'll be it for this week for me, because I don't just buy for the sake of it. I like to buy in when there's good opportunities there. So this is where the portfolio now is. Like I say, up over that £1,000 mark. I'm so happy to see that, and hopefully it can stay here and we can continue to build on this, and then our portfolio can grow and get closer towards that £20,000 mark as well. I hope you enjoyed today's video. A nice one, just showing you how the portfolios are looking. I try and be as transparent as possible. Always show you all my positions. If you go back and check on my videos, you can see every position I've had, everyone I've bought and sold out of. Very, very transparent. That's where I like to be on this channel. And I hope you've gained something from today's video. Let me know what stocks you've been buying and how your portfolio has currently been performing. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. And this is the Geordie Pig Investor, over and out.